For project 2, you're going to be creating a map in the data view. You're going to bring in an aerial base map, locate an XY coordinate point, and bring in Orange County's parcel data from the fgdl.org website. So I'm going to split the video into two parts. First, I'm going to show you how to bring in the base map from the online GIS resources, and then I'm going to show you how to create the XY coordinate. Now, you'll need decimal degrees. You could do degrees, minutes, and seconds for your longitude and latitude for your coordinate point, but we're going to do decimal degrees. So let's get started. In the end, this is what the result of the map's going to look like. We'll be using our template that we created from the first class, and this is the coordinate in decimal degrees. All right, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and open up the ArcGIS map. And when it opens up, if you don't get a blank map like this what this new document looks like, just go ahead and hit new and start with a blank map and go OK. Now, you can go ahead and save it to your desktop or save it to your flash drive. Remember what I said in class before. When you're saving a drawing, you're going to have to remember where its paths are. So I'm just going to go ahead and save it to the desktop, and I'm going to say project to Valencia XY, because I'm bringing in an XY coordinate. You can name it anything you'd like. Just make sure you at least say it's project 2. And I'm going to save. Now, you may want to save it to your C drive, your local C drive. So if you're working on the C drive at school, you're working on the C drive at home. Just as a reminder, if you're looking at the instructions on the PDF, I'm telling you to go to a specific website. The previous class used the GTS ArcGIS folder, but you actually might be using the Esri Press ArcGIS folder. Just keep note of where you're pathing the information to. So make sure you're in the data view. I know this is a little small, but I want you to click on the data view and make sure you're in the data view. Now the next thing is you're going to be adding a base map. Now to add layers is data. So I'm going to come up here to the plus sign. You're always going to use this plus sign to add any type of information, whether it be a base map or data from the ArcGIS Online. I'm going to add it from a base map. And what it does, it goes out and it finds information from the web. So you'll have to be having access to the internet. We're going to bring in the imagery data of a file, and we're going to go add. So what it actually does is it'll bring it in and it'll put it over here as one of your layers. It may take a little bit of time to access the data. You also might get a notification about a hardware accelerator. In the notes, it shows it. Mine doesn't ask it this time. So what the note says, if you look at the information, it'll say hardware accelerator can improve the drawing performance, base map layers, yada, yada, yada. You just click on yes. So this is what the hardware accelerator icon or dialog box might pop up and look like. This is from my instructions. Just go ahead and hit yes. In this video, it doesn't. I didn't have that. Now it's going to show all of the Earth. Now we'll need to zoom in. We can zoom in and navigate. When we do that, we use these zoom in panels. So you can actually zoom in, into the Florida area, because we'll be working in the where Valencia is. Now, here's the thing, is on the instructions, I'm going to go, oops, wrong one. I'm going to show you where I went to find the information. Let me drag this open a little bit. So I had to go out to Google Earth to find out what the latitude and longitude of Valencia College was. So I went to Google Earth, and this is what it popped up and gave me this information. So down here, I can see, and I'll zoom in, I can see the map coordinates of Google Earth, the longitude and latitude. And they also give it to me in the decimal degrees. So the latitude and the longitude is the information that I want. The other thing that I discuss in the, and I'm just going to make this bigger. The other thing that I discuss in the notes on the PDF for the instruction is this. Remember what I said in the first class. We're doing map projections, and Florida is based on 3 map projections for the NAD, the North American Datum state plane coordinates. We have the west, the north, and the east. Our project is in Orange County. Valencia is in Orange County, so we're going to be working in the east zone map projection. And the projection is called the transverse Mercator, and it's a type of cylinder. We'll go over that in the later classes. So this is just additional information that's in the PDF instructions, and this is the map altogether. So we're going to be setting our map projection to the coordinate like I did before in the first video, the NAD 83 East Zone. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the data, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to set the properties. So I'm going to click on Layers, right click, and go to Properties. What I need to do is, like I did before, is I'm going to go up. I'm going to close this out. I want to go to the projected coordinate systems. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to use the state plane coordinates again. So state plane. Click on state plane. Scroll down to the North American Datum, Harn, U.S. feet. Hit the little plus sign, and I'm looking for Florida. So I'm going to go Florida East. It has to be Florida East. So I'm going to pick Apply, and then it says, warning, do you want to do this? And I'm going to say yes. And then go OK. Yes. And now, what I want to do is to go ahead and zoom out. Whoopsie. What I want to do is to go ahead and just to see what the difference is in our maps. If you zoom all the way out, see if I can do that. Full extent. It'll take a minute. This is what the map projection looks like now, because I changed it to the East Zone map projection. Okay, so I'm going to go back and zoom in back to where Florida's at, just to get me located similar to where I need to be. All right, now the next thing that I want to do is I want to locate the X and Y coordinate for where Valencia College is. So I'm going to zoom in toward an area that I believe Valencia is. I can path all the way in or zoom all the way in, but I'm not going to. I'm going to click on the XY coordinate, and I'm going to type in the longitude and the latitude. So the longitude is going to be a negative 026. And the latitude is going to be 28.521381. Okay, now you can come up here, and this is really hard to see, I know, but you can click on the flash, and it'll automatically show you a little green dot where that point is located. All right, now I'm going to add the point. So if you click next to it, it says add the point. So see, now I've got a bright green dot. The next thing is I want to be able to zoom to it. So I can click on this and I'll zoom to that dot. I can also use my zoom in tool here and zoom into the dot. Okay? It'll regenerate and bring it to our site. All right. So that's the location. I'm going to zoom in one more time. So this is Valencia College. This is where we'll end up. We can also add a label based on this. So if you can do add call out or add label point. I'm going to just click on the add label point. So it's going to be the color's black text, so it's a little bit hard to see. So what you might want to do is to add a call out. All right, so now we've added the call out. Makes it a little bit easier to see. All right, so that's it for bringing in points into this drawing. To get out of this command, see how it's still highlighted like a little zoom in? Just hit the black arrow and that'll get rid of it. And you can also highlight that text that I put in there and right click and delete that little box. So I want the call out to look like this. All right, that's it for this video. I'm going to show you another video on how to bring the parcel data in.